have with us at Entrepreneurship Academy with the Youth Entrepreneurship Live program, 18-year-old entrepreneur Gage Goulding of Goulding Enterprises is our special guest. Thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
You started your entrepreneur journey at a very young age. What age were you about?
Oh, man. If I was good at math, I could tell you, but it was about 2007, so that would be about, almost 10 years ago? Yeah, so I would have been about 8.
What ignited the spark in you at such a young age to start your business? Originally, it was a landscaping business you started with back then.
Yeah, so I started with a landscape business, and a lot of that would have had to been with my father being an entrepreneur and owning a couple of businesses. So there was a lot of drive there, a lot of inspiration there. Unfortunately, he passed away, but I think that's the drive, that's the spark that I live for today. In all of my ventures, whether it be music, social media, business, communications, anything. I think that there's a really strong drive and inspiration behind almost everything anybody does, and I believe that would be it.
And you grew up watching your parents, your dad or your grandparents do some sort of business all the time. Did that instill in you an entrepreneurial spirit?
Absolutely, yeah. I think that whenever you grow up with something, with anything, you see a part that you can't get anywhere else. You learn stuff that you can't get anywhere else, that no class can teach and no seminar can inform. And that is, above all, that knowledge is so valuable. So I was really blessed and had the opportunity to have the financial backing from them and the support from them, and it's such a blessing. And to this very day, it's incredible.
You went on then to start a media business. Well, you went on to the iHeartRadio channel. What in the world gave you that idea to go from landscaping your own business at 10 years old to starting an iHeartRadio channel and getting into music and media?
Absolutely. So, my love with music, is above all. I have no musical talent whatsoever. I wish I did. So my middle ground was with radio and with broadcasting, which I'm studying now at Robert Morris University. And that kind of got me to where I'm going now. And the iHeartMedia channel was actually broadcast off of Spreaker. I'm not sure if they still have that partnership with iHeartMedia.
They do. I saw some. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I was there whenever they just started that and was blessed to be a part of it, blessed to be a participant in that. And it kind of took off, more so than I ever anticipated. I don't think any of my ideas I thought were going to be the next big thing. I don't think if you think it's going to be the next big thing, it's not. Mm-hmm. But that little bit of fun and seeing what can happen boosted to a level that I don't think anybody anticipated.
How many listeners did you have a night, you said?
About 10,000.
Wow, every night. And you were only how old? Middle school?
Middle school, freshman year maybe.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was really exciting, humbling. Probably got an airhead out of it, but it was an incredible experience by far. One of the best I've had.
So you've parlayed that then into a real media business. You're grown up now. You're 18. You're at a college going to communications school. And now you have a business. You have contracts. You have responsibilities. So how do you feel about your transition from your early stages as an entrepreneur to actually being somebody who now needs to support himself with what you're doing?
You learn a lot and you mess up a lot. And I think that's okay. You should mess up. You have to mess up, and you have to make mistakes. And the more mistakes you make, the better you're going to be at what you do, I found. Some of the characteristics, the traits, the lessons I learned from way back in landscape design with business carry to this very day. The way you interact with customers, clients, accounts, the way you conduct yourself, by far and above all, have such an astronomical impact on the way you conduct business and how you conduct business. So I think that there's certain things that are above all, like that carry across all business platforms, whether it's media or hard labor, as I like to call it. There's so much that carries you.
I do talk a lot to my students in class here about the skills of an entrepreneur, that even if they never start a business, these are skills they can use in any college or career that they choose to pursue. So what skills do you think you possessed that helped you and propel you through to where you are now in your endeavors?
My strongest skill is the ability to network, hands down. Communicating for me is like breathing for everybody. It comes to me easily. I definitely had to work at it. I don't think anything just is natural. You have to work at it, and you have to work hard. Every skill set, like you said, is extremely important. It's extremely important. And like one of my biggest messages that I convey is if you need to work like you want to breathe. If you want something more than you want to breathe, you will be successful more than ever. And I think that's one of the strongest things, in my personal opinion. But my strongest trait is definitely networking, communications, talking.
And that came out today. I think the students got to see how easy it was for you at your age to be able to communicate to a group of people.
Absolutely. You know, it's easier talking to a young group of people because I can look at them like my friends.
They have energy.
Exactly. I'm very unorthodox in the way I present. Sometimes people classify it as skittish and bouncing around. But you got to keep people on their feet. No one wants to sit here and listen to somebody talk for an hour and a half about, let alone their self and stuff that sometimes people don't even care about. So you have to keep it interesting. And I feel like that's really important. In today's society, people want interesting. Why do people watch the news? It's because they get to see things that they can't see anywhere else.
So what advice would you give to young entrepreneurs like you gave today in class? What would you say to anybody who is, age 10 to 18 and they really have something that they're passionately driven to do? What would be the one piece of advice you would give them?
You absolutely have to have grit. And if you are not 100% passionate about the topic, about the item at hand, what you're doing, you're not going to be as successful as you think. You need to put your head down and you need to be 100% devoted. Like I said, you need to want it more than you want to breathe, and you will find success.
So your business at the moment is a media business. Tell a little bit about what you do.
So Goulding Enterprises and 47Management, which is a division of the firm, deals with all kind of media, social media marketing, media promotions, media relations, and talent management, specifically in the music business, but in all types of media. So we work with firms, we work with people, we work with artists, we work with talent. We do everything with social media. We do everything with media, and we do everything with marketing. It's a very diversified and it's a very growing platform, and really excited to be part of it and have a place in a growing society that's mostly digital.
You're 18. You're going to Robert Morris University. You have this business that you're building and growing. 5 to 10 years from now, what will you be doing?
Hopefully, I will have a doctorate from Robert Morris University in communication. That's the academic goal. As far as my professional career, right now I have no idea where I want to go with it. I want the firm's going to continue to grow regardless. It's inevitable. It's going to grow. It's going to continue to produce artists. It's going to produce bigger names. Whether I stick with that past my academic career, I can't say. I don't know. I'm unsure of that yet. To be able to provide for myself and my family and my future, that's something that weighs on me. I think about it. I don't want to think it was just a thing as a kid or as a young entrepreneur.
Right.
But when in reality, having a doctorate with the student loans and needing to provide for myself and my family, then I would like to continue my work. But I can't say. Within the next 5 years, we'll definitely be rolling.
Yeah.
But after that, I honestly couldn't say. I hope it's still going.
So you're keeping your business going and also keeping your options open.
Absolutely, I'm working 3 full-time jobs basically.
A young person with all that energy. That's good that you're young to be able to do that. Well, Gage, thanks again for sharing your journey with us today with these young entrepreneurs in class and today on our Youth Entrepreneurship Live. So be sure to give us some comments, feedback, and likes, and thank you so much for listening.
Absolutely.
Thanks for being here.